Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Josh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited today. Do you know why I'm excited?
Why are you excited?
Because Mark and I with One.U have had a lot of things that we've had to keep secret. And, I don't do that well.
Yeah.
And now, post summit, we can finally release, talk about, really share with the network and with all of our listeners the really cool partnerships we've established and all that we're rolling out with One.U.
Which is, I've gotten to see some of it, and it's pretty damn cool. It's something that I've never seen before, and I know you and I can talk about it pretty well. But we wanted to bring Mark back, who everybody loves, and can really share his viewpoint and what One.U has to offer to our entire network.
And if I may take a moment just to pause and say a lot of what I've seen, I just want to thank you and Ryan, our man behind our mystery man, Ryan, because a lot of what you've seen, the creativity, the filming, all of that, thank you so much. So you're playing it small. Don't do that. You both had a huge part in this. So thank you.
Yeah, well,
Appreciate that.
yeah, it's an easy team to be on. It really is.
Great. Great. We appreciate you. So, hey, Mark Pessin, how are you?
Good. I'm happy to be back. How are you guys?
We're good. We're happy to have you, Mark.
Thanks for having me. This is always fun.
It is.
And they never seem long enough, but that's probably intentional.
It is. I mean, we want to try to keep it to 20 and 30 minutes, but obviously it depends on the content. And I know we have a lot to talk about today.
We gotta keep the listeners wanting more. So.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. We can't give them too much at once.
Yeah. Right. So, in our previous episode, Mark, we kind of discussed, we had Dustin and Kimmy from the marketing team on, and we kind of did a, debrief of Summit, what we thought, more from a branding, marketing perspective. We kind of want to get your take on not only what One.U was offering at Summit, but now what our network is going to see in the future, post-Summit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, like if you weren't at Summit, you missed the event of the year. I don't care. Like people talk about real estate conferences. This was not a real estate conference. This was an experience.
Yeah.
So if you were there, if you missed it, you'd better be there next year because I just keep getting better and better. But what I was excited about was to roll out our new One University coaching programs.
Yeah.
Because we had to keep them quiet. And some of them we've been working on for a while, but I think it was exciting to see people's reaction to them and just really get to see that One.U now has this incredible menu of coaches for people to participate in and connect with and engage with, depending on where you're at in the business and what you're looking to achieve in your business and in your life. Because coaching is really not just about real estate. It's about life experiences and how we can change your entire mindset and focus. And so I think one of the most exciting ones that we introduced at Summit, which we had to keep super quiet, was our new relationship with Dr. Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
Because that's one that we've been working on for a while. But he actually, and the way we planned it was he would do his keynote presentation and then actually announce the relationship from the stage, which I think people were ecstatic about.
Yep.
And now that we have an opportunity to build upon that substantially.
So can we backtrack just really quick? Like all of us have had the pleasure of working and meeting and spending time with Dr. Eric Thomas, and he will change your life just by one conversation. For those that maybe don't know who he is or are not too familiar, can you kind of just give us a quick 20 second bio maybe?
Yeah, I mean, he goes by E.T., he's the hip hop preacher, he's all those things, but really he's a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
But he's so much more than that. And I think that he has the ability to cut through the BS and really get people out of their own way. And I've been following him since probably 2014 when I started managing offices for Realty ONE Group. And I needed that voice in my head that just kept me staying positive and focused and motivated and showing up every day.
Yep.
And he was it. And so he's really just started to dominate that landscape, and now he's the number one motivational speaker in the world.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time he's done a partnership with a real estate brand, right?
Yes, with any kind of like major brand like this. He had a partner of his that was teaching people how to buy and sell real estate, but he's never partnered with a major brand like ours.
Yeah.
And so this is the first, and he's really excited to be a partner with us. He loves us. He loves what we stand for. He loves the One family. And so this is something he's fully invested in.
Very, very exciting.
If I can make a few comments, I think I would phrase it, he's the uncoach.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in partnership with us because he chooses to be. and not for any other reason other than he respects the brand.
Yeah,
that's right.
Well, if you're number one in the world, you can go wherever you want, right?
Yeah, he's not doing it for the money. And man, that just screams to me.
Yeah.
That screams to me because he's very different, but so are we.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's an important point, Kathy, because he made it clear that he doesn't, at this point in his career, he doesn't do business with people because of the money.
Right.
And it's not an arrogance. It's that he chooses to partner with people that he believes in.
Yeah.
Obviously, he could get paid by a lot of different companies, but it's not about the money for him.
Yeah.
It's about the relationship.
So kudos to Mark Pessin. Mark structured that, put that together.
I was just going to say that, Kathy.
Zone. I personally saw him have a meltdown and have a little bit of a, what did you call it?
I completely fangirled out.
Yeah.
100%. No shame whatsoever.
I mean, he's spoken now at the last 2 summits, and I mean, you can hear a pin drop in a room of 3,000 people. You really can. And it is moving. I definitely walked, I'll be the first to say that I'm not a huge motivational speaker, motivational coach, self-help book kind of guy. Mm-hmm. But when I've watched him speak now twice, and I've gotten to sit and work with him briefly, and it moves you. I mean, it really, like his not only is he so good at his craft, just watching him speak is really entertaining and powerful, but what he's saying, it packs a punch. It really does.
Well, and I think a big part of it, what I think people are moved by him is his story. It's not that he's a great speaker, which he is. It's not that he's got the mannerisms and the voice and all those things. All of those are assets of his. But at the end of the day, this guy literally was homeless, eating out of garbage cans, living on the street, and now he's got a PhD and is the number one motivational speaker in the world. Yep. There's a great story there, and I think that what he tries to share in his story is, if I can do this, literally anyone can do anything that they set their minds to. Like, there's no limits.
It's powerful stuff, and this is just one part, literally one part of what One.U has in store in the future. So, Mark, do you maybe want to share like a few more things, maybe from Summit or what we have coming up next?
Yeah, I mean, the other programs that we're excited because we've just introduced them is the Rev Up Rapid Launch Program, which we've been teaching Rev Up at the local level in our offices for years now. But we made a decision based on the feedback that we've gotten from a lot of our franchise owners that they really would like for us to offer another option for real estate professionals to be able to participate in that training. And so we now offer Rev Up classes every month that licensees, whether you're brand new to the business or 20 years in, can attend those classes twice a week and get through those in a short 5-week span. So we rolled that out. That's had tremendous success right out of the gate. And actually, we just started another class where we've got a full house once again. Nice. So that's been an exciting addition. The other program that we've been doing now for just a little while is the Coach Up program, which is our coaching certification. And Kathy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we have already certified over 100 One.U coaches around the country, which is phenomenal. So,
yes,
what's that?
I said, we indeed we have. We're excited about that.
Yeah. And so the coaching certification is an opportunity for anyone in our network that really wants to coach and support other people. And it may be whether you're running a team or whether you're running an office or whether you're just an individual agent that's achieved a certain level of success and you have this desire to coach and support others. We wanted to give them the ability to do that at a much higher level with greater efficiency and better results. And so we put together this coaching certification to help them accomplish that. And so that's a 3-part process that they go through with our team to get certified as coaching experts in the industry. And then those coaches, once they complete that certification, are then featured in one university as certified coaches for the entire network. So that's another huge add that we've added. And then we rolled out the Team Up program, which is our team building program and our team development program for those people that have decided that they're ready to take it to the next level. So they've run a successful real estate business for some time. They've got a lot of leads coming in, or they've got the ability to leverage to other people around them, and they need the structure and the tools to be able to set up a real estate team. And so we rolled out the Team Up program, which is being offered by our certified coaches around the country. So that's one of the newest programs that we have to offer. The other one that I think is pretty unique to us is Eric Thomas's social media strategist. Her name is Nikki Saunders. We had her on Waking Up to Win recently, and people were absolutely stunned by what she had to say, we've put together a program with her where she's now offering a social strategy boot camp for 50 attendees at a time.
Very cool.
And that's another huge opportunity for people to be able to participate in some coaching that is being done by someone that's actually doing it at an exceptionally high level. She is personally responsible for taking ET from 300,000 followers to over 2 million followers on social media.
Yeah.
So there's a success record there.
Yeah.
So lots of great programs that we have to offer. And then, of course, we don't want to forget about our longstanding partners with Debbie DeGroat and Sherry Johnson, who have incredible coaching programs for real estate professionals. Again, whether you're new to the industry or a seasoned professional or a team, we really have an incredible arsenal now of coaches available to our entire network.
Kathy, go ahead.
I was going to say one additional partner that I'm personally excited about is Chris Allen. And Chris Allen has worked with our organization for a long time on a leadership level. His company is named Always About People, and he does leadership training. And Josh, what I like about that is it's really career counseling, it's career coaching. And a lot of our network is transitioning from production to leadership, and he's going to be a great partner for us to help them do that. I've personally talked with several of our affiliates at Summit who said, you know what, I'm managing the brokerage, I'm managing multiple other businesses that I'm involved with, and I need to get above it. You know, I need to be able to operate at 10,000 feet, not on the runway.
Right.
So I'm super excited to have him as partner. As a matter of fact, I'd love to have him on a podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, and yeah, he's, you know, I think we all know him personally. Like, he's a great guy. I think he'd be great to have on here. So Mark, I want to ask you, I know, at Realty ONE Group, it's always been one of our core pillars is education. I think we are really doubling down right now, for a number of reasons. I know part of it is, you know, we are in a shifting market, as Kathy loves to say. So I want to ask you, what's the adoption rate that we've seen? Maybe, well, I know the market is starting to turn right now, and I think we're starting to see an upside. But what's the adoption rate that we've maybe seen from our network with some of the things at One.U?
Yeah, I mean, I think because of the shifting market and because agents are looking for guidance and direction and just someone that's in their corner, a lot of agents are really investing in coaching at this point.
Yeah.
And so really all of our coaching programs have seen a significant lift. Some of them are really just brand new, like this ET program we just rolled out a couple of weeks ago. Has already gained a ton of traction.
Yep.
The Rev Up program has had tremendous attendance right from the beginning of the year. The coaching certifications have been, I mean, like, honestly, our team has not been able to keep up with the demand of how many people want those certifications. So I think the response has been excellent. And then these newer programs like Chris Allen, Nikki Saunders, all of them, we've got a ton of interest in as well. So I think we're seeing a ton of demand from the network as a whole that they're really looking for some guidance and some coaching.
Totally.
And, you know, I think, and I want to give people permission. I want to give our network permission to be vulnerable and to be honest. And what we're experiencing at a very high level is the shift. And, you know, shift happens. We talk about that all the time. But what the shift has created is this revealing that we've got professionals who are under 3 years in the market. Man, they came in and they jumped on a wave and they've been riding it like champions, right? And now that the shift has occurred, they found out they can improve how they swim, right? Because the water's calm enough that they need to strengthen that fundamental platform that they're on. And Mark, we've seen over 50% of the attendees in Rev Up are not new to the market, not new to the industry. They're coming in saying, okay, I kind of got the extra credit before I did the homework.
Yeah.
So they jump back in and do a little bit of the homework. And that's what we're excited about in all of the coaching that we're providing is the opportunity to go back in and really solidify that foundation and really validate those fundamental practices and those fundamental things that professionals need to thrive.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also think that the other shift that we're seeing in the market across the board, besides there being a shift in property values and demand and interest rates and all of those things, we're seeing a significant mindset shift.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of real estate professionals are recognizing that they have to change the way they think and the way that they act and their attitude about the market and about the business as a whole, because that's translating on how they interact with their customers. And so I think that mindset shift is motivating a lot of them to seek, whether it's motivational or tactical coaching, wherever it may be, they're looking for a way that they can change their thinking on a daily basis.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to ask both of you, because I know you've both been with different real estate companies prior to. Have you ever seen anything like One.U at another brand?
I think there are other organizations that offer a variety of coaching, but what my experience has been, and Kathy, you can speak to this because we've both been with different brands, but my experience with coaching at other organizations is that it tends to be, for lack of a better term, somewhat cookie cutter in the sense that it's kind of the same for everyone. Like, depending on what your production level is or what your experience level is, you go here.
Right.
And then you go here and you go here. And it's kind of a one size fits all program. And what I love about ours is how customized it is, and how many different varieties of coaching styles we offer, depending on what your goals are. I mean, if you're looking for motivation, we've got that. If you're looking for instruction, we've got that. If you're looking for fundamentals, we've got that. So I think it's something that makes us pretty unique as a coaching organization. At Realty ONE Group, our One.U programs are pretty special in the industry. I don't think there's anyone that can compete with us right now.
Yeah.
Josh, what a great question. You really made me dig down and think. And I think the biggest difference, and Mark, I'd like your opinion about this. I've worked with a lot of companies that have excellent programs, just be honest with you. And they are content rich. I think the difference of what we offer is the coaching. We're content rich, but we're equally as rich in implementation. Mm-hmm. And what our certifications and what our partners provide is that ability to implement what is provided, because content without implementation is BS, right? It's no good. And what we love about the coaching certification is we are certifying on a local level, because we know that I can hire a coach from California, but what's happening in Raleigh, North Carolina may not be relative if I've got a coach that's in San Diego where Mark is.
Right.
So we love the fact that we're certifying on a local level, that your coach is going to be in your brand, familiar with your tools and resources. So the implementation of not only the content, but the tools and the resources just becomes richer and deeper. And you truly maximize the investment you're making, both personally and, financially in your business, when you're able to be coached at this level. So that's personally what I'm excited about, and what I'm so thrilled to be a part of. And man, you talk about separation of brand. It separates us at an extremely high level.
Yeah.
I think all of our coaching programs, Kathy, whether it's Rev Up or Coach Up or Team Up or whatever it may be, or even Eric Thomas's programs and Chris Allen and whoever it is that you're partnering with, all of our coaches don't just talk about the idea of it. They actually have you follow some action items where you actually implement the strategies that they're teaching you. And I think that's why we're seeing better results, is that they're requiring you to implement what you're learning. Mm-hmm. That's a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. And that word is accountability. And that's a word that not a lot of people want to talk about, but you don't show up at Weight Watchers with a pocket full of Little Debbies, right? And you shouldn't go to your real estate office and not be willing to take advantage of the resources that you have and maximize it. And that, Mark beautifully said, that's exactly what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So to maybe refresh the people that are listening or watching that have not experienced or gone on to One.U, Mark, do you want to just and obviously you do have to be a part of the Realty ONE Group network to have access to this wonderful platform, but do you want to maybe let our listeners know what is the best way for them to start on One.U?
Yeah, I mean, there's two ways that you can get access to the information. If you're with Realty ONE Group, we want you to go to One University, which is our online platform. You're going to get there through the One login screen. So you just click on the One.U tile. You'll be able to go into One University. You'll have access to all of our content, our programs, our resources, our certified coaches. Everything is featured there. If you're not with Realty ONE Group and you're interested in learning more, or maybe you have someone that you're talking to that's at another brokerage that wants to learn more about our programs, we have a program called Waking Up to Win, which is wakinguptowin.com. And on that platform, we also feature all of our coaching programs there now as well. And we have an online calendar so people can plug in and see what's going on. And what we offer, which I think is also pretty unique to us in the real estate industry, is we offer everyone a 30-day free unlimited pass to One University. So if they go to wakinguptowin.com and sign up for a free pass, they can experience everything that we have to offer before they even sign on with us. We want to make sure that you guys have an actual opportunity to test drive the car and not just kick the tires. And so we want to make sure you can go and explore what we'd have to offer and make sure that the proof is in the pudding.
And I think in that 30-day trial run, they will see the difference.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so. I mean, it usually doesn't take 30 days for them to figure out that we're the place to be.
Right.
But we want to give them plenty of time to explore because there's so much there.
Totally. And I really want to explore this more because I know, Mark, we've talked a lot off camera about just what we do have in our future plans for One.U. And it's some really, really exciting, cool stuff. And I hope we can have you back on to really, really get into the weeds further on this because I want to talk more about it. But we know you're a busy man. And Kathy, I know it's late for you over there, so we don't want to keep you any further. So thank you both as always. I'm really excited to see what One.U has in store for us next.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
We thank you for joining us today on another episode of One-on-One, a Realty ONE Group podcast. We are powered by One.U and ask if you have suggestions, recommendations, or questions, please email learning@realtyonegroup.com. And remember, pay close attention to the details, listen to understand, not respond, and always be a resource, not a sales pitch.